A couple of you wanted me to walk through how I am getting Pixel used to getting eardrops in her ears as a cat that is extremely fearful and not good at being handled. I want to preface this in saying I am not a certified behaviorist and I have very limited knowledge in what the heck I'm doing. A few of you know that Pixel is my most anxious cat, so when she is handled, things like this happen. There is a lot of growling and attempts to get away from me. But another thing about Pixel is she is very scent-oriented. If there's a smell she is not familiar with, she gets super stressed about it, so one of the things that I am tackling here is getting her comfortable with the smell of these eardrops. So I actually worked on clicker training with Pixel first before I even did the eardrops. I wanted her to have a consistent noise that she associated with a high reward, and she responded very well to clicker training. I also warmed up the eardrops as I worked on this with her because I did not want her first experience to be with cold eardrops. Now that I've talked your ear off, I will actually talk about what I am doing in this video and how it helped make a big difference with Pixel. She already knows the command that I call sniff, so the first step I did was having her sniff the medicine and she got a reward. We did this for who knows how long, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Then eventually I worked on touch with the medicine, and I did not initially put the eardrops in her ear for this part. I just let her get used to the sensation of the dropper being on her ear. The first session took about an hour because I wanted to get her comfortable with the sniff command and the touch command first before even putting the eardrops in her ear, because I knew if I went too fast and put the eardrops in, she would bolt, and then I would never get her back. Since I worked up to that point with her, I think that helped build up her confidence in me and in what we were doing, and she was willing to come back despite having a weird liquid dropped down her ear. One other thing is I let her just walk away whenever she wanted to. I wanted her to understand that I would let her take the time that she needed before coming back to me and we could pick up where we left off. So while the first few sessions took around an hour to 45 minutes, within a few days, I was able to actually start putting eardrops in her ears a lot faster. She's not entirely comfortable with it though, so I am trying to not do that with every session and take as long as I possibly can. But I was amazed that she let me do this within just a few days. She's clearly not comfortable with it, not happy with it, but she did let me, and she eventually came back and let me reward her with some churu. Honestly, I was very nervous to work with Pixel because she is a very anxious cat, and I wasn't sure I would be able to make the progress that we made so quickly, if at all. She did really need these drops though. I'm just glad I haven't had to force her into getting them in her ears. Remember that every cat is different and you have to start at whatever they are most comfortable with and slowly work your way up. So while some cats like Digit are comfortable with being grabbed and given a pill, there are also cats like Pixel who would prefer to not be handled at all. And they just take a little bit longer and need a different method. But it doesn't mean that they are bad cats.